Hi guys, and welcome to the 2025 Cup of Nations group stage match played between Radule from Serbia and Leon from Canada. The format for this match is best of 3, played with a rebalanced first contact deck. In this deck, the original and banned Giraffodile was replaced with the short neck Giraffodile, which is just a nerfed version of the original card. And Brainfly was replaced with a card from the Battleford Kingdom set, the Alluring Oyster. It has the same effect as a Brainfly, but triggers after 2 turns instead of triggering immediately upon entering the play. So let's go to game number 1. In game number 1, our opponent is on the play. Their hand consists of a Gorilla-Lion, a Snail Thrower, Tiger Squirrel, Tusk Extorter, and a Alluring Oyster. Our hand consists of Scorpion, Toad, Ferret Bomber, Kangasaurus Rex, and a Killer Bee. Our opponent plays a Tusk Extorter turn 1, which is always a good play turn 1 because it forces your opponent to react immediately. We play a Plated Scorpion as a defense from the Extorter, and they decide to play an Alluring Oyster turn 2. So currently we do not have a lot of creatures with 6 power or more in our hand, and Kangasaurus Rex is irrelevant, and the Luchator we just drew. So I'm not really afraid of this Oyster, and also I do not wish to Mindbug it. I mean to use our Mindbug prematurely. So here we do not have a lot of options. We can play an Explosive Toad. All of other creatures in our hand do not do anything, and if we play a Killer Bee, I'm afraid that it would be mind-bugged. So here we have an option of just attacking or playing an Explosive Toad. I decided on attacking because I like trading 1 life from the Scorpion for any of our opponent's 2 creatures. They decided to block with an Oyster, which was okay for us. They play a Goblin Werewolf next, which is a good hunter creature. We could use our Mindbug here, but I do not wish to get blown out if they have a Kangasaurus Rex in their hand. So I just decide to leave it be and play a Luchator of our own. Currently Luchator is greater power than both of their creatures. So they decide to play a Gorilla-Lion. Kinda fast. I mean, they were fast on the play, so in this moment I thought that this was their only creature which can block a Luchator. So I decided to put some pressure on them and Mindbug their Gorilla-Lion. Here they play a Snail Thrower. We could Mindbug it, but then we get blown once more if they have a Kangasaurus Rex in their hand. So we just decide to let it resolve and play a Rex of our own. They quickly Mindbug it. They do not wish both of their creatures to get defeated. So our Scorpion bites the dust here, which is fine if Rex defeats 1 of your creatures. It's it's a fine trade. So currently we are looking for a solution for primarily their snail thrower, because it blocks our high power creatures from attacking. In this turn, I spent a little bit more time deciding on what to play, because this felt to me like a turn point in a game where I could like make it or break it. Like, I did not wish to put myself in a losing position. We have a lot of powerful creatures in our hand, and I was afraid of them mind-bugging any of them, like Giraffodile, Dragon, Killer Bee, Bomber, are all very powerful late-game cards. So in the end, I decided to play an Explosive Toad, which is a creature that is good in almost any situation. So we're still looking for an answer to their Hunter and to their Snail Thrower. Like, an Extorter and a Kangasaurus Rex on their side of the board currently do not serve any purpose. They also have a lot of powerful cards in their hand. Like, they drew a Snail Hydra, Elephantopus, which is not really great on this board state. A Ferret Bomber of their own, and a Mermaid, which can be good or bad. It's good if you're behind. So they also use a lot of their clock here. In the end, they decide to play a Tiger Squirrel. So in our hand, we do not have a lot of answers to this 3-power sneaky creature. So I just decide to use my Mindbug here and get rid of their Goblin Werewolf, their hunter creature. So currently they do not have an answer to this sneaky creature. So this Tiger Squirrel kind of puts a lot of pressure onto them. But they have a Ferret Bomber, which is a great card here because it is enabled by the Snail Thrower effect to be a poisonous and a hunter, and we are forced to discard 2 cards. I'm afraid of their last Mindbug, so I decide to discard the 2 very powerful late game cards, a Ferret Bomber and a Killer Bee, and I continue to put a lot of pressure onto them by playing this Rhino Turtle, which currently they do not have an answer to. Like, I hope that in their hand they have some, I don't know, like 5-6 power creatures that cannot effectively block our high power creatures, and that our high power creatures will make the difference in the end. I'm playing towards that goal. So once again they use a lot of time here thinking what they should do. Down to 10 seconds. they decide to attack with the ferret bomber and get rid of our tiger squirrel, which was fine for me because now I can start attacking with the rhino turtle. They decide to block the first attack with a tusk extorter and the second attack with a snail thrower, so this rhino turtle gets to trade 1 for 2, which is great for us. So their next play is Snail Hydra, which is carry on this board because they have less creatures in play than we do, so the Snail Hydra's effect is active. I decide to not overcomplicate things here and attack with the Luchator, hoping that they would trade it with a Snail Hydra, but they just decide to take 2 hits from the Luchator. Now they attack with the Hydra, defeat our Gory Lion. And I presume that they expected that we would defend with Luchator, but we just defend with we just defend with our Explosive Toad, get rid of their sorry for that, get rid of their Hydra, attack twice with the Luchator, and they have only 1 defender and they lose this game. So we win game 1 and let's go to game number 2. So game number 2, we get to be on the play this time. We drew a Strange Barrel, a Turtle, Death Weaver, Turbo Bug, and a Compass Dragon, and their hand is Kangasaurus Rex, Extorter, Ferret Bomber, a Healer, and a Yeti. So here I used a little bit of time because I wasn't sure what to play turn 1. I wanted to play a Rhino Turtle, but if it gets mind bugged, like I could play a Strange Barrel. But if that gets mind bugged as well, then I'm in a bit of a pickle because I do not have any good defenders in my hand. So I just decided to play a Turbo Bug here. If a Turbo Bug gets mind bugged, I wanted to play a Rhino Turtle and put the pressure onto them. And if that gets mind bugged as well, then I would play Strange Barrel and we would have drawn 3 more cards. And I hoped that I would draw an answer to this Rhino Turtle if it gets mind bugged. So I expected an attack here from the Turbo Bug. They just play an Axolotl Healer, which is like fine for us. We also drew a Mermaid, which is great against Turbo Bug. And it's great against Healer because it healed them up to 5 life. So here I decide just to be aggressive. Attack twice with the turtle, they blocked once with a healer. So here they play a turtle of their own. I do not wish to mind bug it. I don't mind dropping down to 1 life because of Mermaid in our hand. And also we have a blocker in form of turtle of our own. I thought a bit here, like what to play next, so I decided to not Mindbug the Rhino Turtle and just play a Strange Barrel of our own. They let Strange Barrel resolve. And now it's up to them to make a play. They play a Tusk Extorter, which is fine for me because we have a blocker, and also we like to see creatures on their side of the board which can defeat our Strange Barrel, because we want the Strange Barrel to get defeated, so we can steal cards from their hand. So a Strange Barrel can put a lot of pressure on your opponent if you just start attacking with it. They need to decide if they want to get rid of it and let you steal 2 cards from your hand, or just let it hit you for 1 life. So here they go into tank. Also, we drew some powerful creatures, which is always good to see, like a Harpy Mother and a Grave Robber. The only downside of attacking with a Strange Barrel in this kind of situation is that it reduces your opponent's life total, and you want your opponent's life total to be as high as possible because you have a Mysterious Mermaid in your hand, but that's a sacrifice that you must make. So we just get our opponent down to 3 life, and they're still in tank, still don't know what to play. Here they play a Shield Bugs. Shield Bugs is a great blocker for a Strange Barrel, because it allows you to block the Strange Barrel and play additional cards from your hand. And here I decide to Mindbug a Shield Bugs because of 2 reasons. First, I didn't want them to have a blocker for my Strange Barrel, and second of all, our Rhino Turtle now trumps their 8 power creatures. So here they play a Ferret Bomber. I guess here they wanted to for us to use our Mindbug. So because they drew a Killer Bee and they already have a Turbo Bug on the board, so they could just want to punch us. I decide to Mindbug a Bomber here because to me it seemed like this was a good play. Because it's a powerful card, it gets rid of 2 cards in your opponent's hand, and it's a sneaky threat that must be answered immediately. Our opponent played a Spider Owl, so They have an answer to our bomber. So they only have 2 cards left in their hand, a Killer Bee and a short neck Giraffodile. This Killer Bee is very problematic for us because we do not have any mind bugs left and it just kills us on the spot. I decide to get aggressive once again, attack with a Strange Barrel. It doesn't get blocked, they go down to 2 life. They attack us with a Turbo Bug, we go down to 1 life. Here I was thinking of what should I do? Should I attack with a Strange Barrel? In the end, I decided to play a Grave Robber because it can get a healer back from their graveyards, from their discard pile, and heal us up to 3 life. They decide to counter it by just mind bugging it, and our discard pile is empty, so that's great for us. Luckily, we have this mermaid in our hand, so I kind of forgot about Killer Bee being in this set, and I thought a lot here, like what to play, and then I remembered that a Killer Bee is a possibility, and I played my mermaid and healed back up to 2 life. I remember our opponent sending an emoticon here, like what the fuck. And the next thing they played is a Killer Bee, bringing us down to 1 life. So this Killer Bee is problematic, not only because it's a hunter, not because only it brings us down to 1 life. It's also problematic because it's a 5-power hunter which can get rid of our bomber and our shield bugs. So I wanted to get an additional use of this bomber and just attack with it. Also, we have some more additional creatures in our hand which are a good late game, like a sniper and a compass dragon. So by attacking with a bomber here, I hoped that they would not block and go down to 1 life, and then hunt our ferret bomber the next turn and make way for their spider owl. But they just decided to trade here. And they played a last card from their hand, which is a Giraffodile. So I'm really not afraid of this Giraffodile, because if it attacks and draws them 2 cards, we can just play a Compass Dragon into Ferret Bomber and discard the remaining 2 cards from their hand. So I think the win is pretty much locked in here, so I just decide to attack with a Rhino Turtle, which trumps all of their creatures. And I thought like attacking with a Rhino Turtle would be considered like a desperate move by our opponent. I mean, from us by our opponent, so I just wanted them to attack with the Giraffodile. And here is a funny thing: if you attack with in a strange barrel, which is 7 power, you just steal 2 cards from their hand. And the game is pretty much over. We have 3 creatures in play and like 7 creatures in our hand. So they just decide to call it a game here, and we get a win. So we won this match. We're very happy. I'm very happy to once again be able to comment a match for you guys. So if you liked what you see here, please leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and goodbye.